cheated, I guess, and I clicked Invoker, and he has Quas, so... And Phase Boot's queued up as well, so it's looking like the Quas Wex.
Which I can understand. When you have a Drow on your team, you don't really necessarily need that damage. The only thing you're missing is Sunstrike, and you have no setup for it. So, other than maybe Sprout, that's not very good, though.
Yeah, it's like... Sprout's like half a disable, right?
Yeah. Unless it's late game, and you're playing
That's
against a
true.
Sven with no Battlefield. Uh-oh. I Love to Win's going to be caught out here. There's the cold snap. He gets the stun off. Only hits one, and that is a death for him. Caught with his hand down his pants. I've been stuck in that situation many a time. It is not fun, let me tell you.
Wait, which situation?
The hand down the pants.
Oh, okay.
So first blood the way of Navi. Good start. They're very excited now. Good luck. FNG, a very aggressive good luck with an exclamation point.
Oh, boy. The passive aggressiveness here.
Ooh, Roger immediately gets rid of that observer ward. Very nice. Doesn't block the camp either. Wait, was the observer? Did you see it? Was it blocking the camp? I didn't catch that. It must have been. Maybe not. Brax.
What's going on?
Jesus, dude. Good God. But you listen to what I say. Everything I say is gospel. I told you.
Why do I need to listen if everything's right? I can just agree blindly.
Damn it, that's actually a really good point, actually. Damn you. Damn you and your logic. Well, Iceberg in the mid lane on the Mirana versus Dendi. Should be an interesting one to say the least. Top lane. It's going to be Mag. This is going to be a tough lane for him. It's going to be Drow. Disruptor. He's just gonna have to eat creeps, but he'll survive.
Yeah, well, it's one of those lanes where he might die. You never know. It's one of those lanes where once he gets his levels, then it's really easy for Bounty Hunter to make rotations up to his lane. To just run down some of these heroes.
Uh-oh, Mag taking some more damage. He did eat a good creep though. That'll give him some health regen. Was it like 3 health regen? 6 actually.
No, 6. He got the best creep.
That is insane. That is a ring of health, basically, so quite nice indeed for him. He's going to use all his mana, though. Suneko taking some right click. Scorched Earth is there to heal him up some more. That's 31 health regen while Scorched Earth is up. Pretty good. But now his issue is he has no mana. What do you do now? Mana pot, perhaps?
Maybe.
See, this is the thing about Doom that I personally... Oh, we're going to get to that in just a second. Is General. He is looking quite dunzo here. He might get... Oh, actually, they're going to turn it around and actually kill the Sven. Surprise tactic by Roger, who gets some more Mud Golems. This guy just lives, breathes, and eats Mud Golems all day long. He's going to end up getting a second kill. What a turnaround by Navi. Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, that creep is just ridiculous so early on in the game.
All right, this is the thing I cannot stand about Doom right now. What did he just eat, actually?
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Okay, the thing I hate about playing this guy is if I get a good creep, then I sometimes really struggle to find a neutral that I can actually eat that does not get rid of the abilities. Like those stupid little guys that give you Dendi in the mid lane is going to get arrowed up. FNG is there to help secure the kill. He can attempt to get away, and he will do so from Suneko. But like those little creeps with like the 5 magic armor, you can't eat those anymore. They suck.
Yeah, baby centaurs. Worst nightmare.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was the biggest nerf to Doom, by the way. Of all time.
Roger is he's on the case here.
Damn it.
Ivor's down and out.
Damn it.
Don't worry. I caught it. The Harpy Stormcrafter came in and gave him the Chain Lightning.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty dirty creep.
Yeah.
How much damage does this actually do? 140.
140.
Yeah, that's pretty
50 mana. So we can just sit here and lightning this guy over and over and ruin his day. But that's what we talked about earlier, right? Navi having the lane setup to try to pressure all these heroes, and I guess Bounty Hunter can kind of do that as well, right? This mid lane Invoker has to be somewhat careful. I guess now he has Tornado, so it's a bit harder for them to actually kill him, but they can still pressure him a bit.
Yeah, he's got Janata, man. He can do whatever he wants. He's a good, clean boy. Roger, level 2 in the jungle. Still harassing I Love to Win, who is very annoyed at this point, I'm sure. Oh, and he gets to deny. Just adding insult to injury here. Rough stuff for sure. What can
You know,
do,
if you
though?
thought Furion... Uh-oh, Roger might be in some trouble here.
Well, he does have one level of untouchable, so he'll be a little bit difficult. He's going to dodge
Oh.
the arrow. Starstorm is there, though, to help secure the kill. Does take quite
General's
a few
in
heroes.
deep.
Oh, General. Yeah, he just TP'd here, too. He might be in some trouble. He's going to get Iceberg stuck inside.
He's manning up,
Oh, my
man.
God. He's actually blocking him completely with these tree ants. General. It's literally 1v4, and they're not willing to pursue him.
That tornado's doing work.
I guess that's true. That tornado is kind of like a second hero for all intents and purposes.
It's the old Radiance burn on a creep.
Dandy just hits level 5 now, so a little bit behind Mirana as far as experience goes, but when it comes to CS, 24-7 versus the 21-7.
Heard of me?
So overall, pretty even lane, I would say. Despite getting that kill, of course, on Dandy earlier. Oh, FNG is scouted out, and they're able to bring him down before his TP
You okay?
comes to an end. Navi keeping the pressure on.
You know, all the space is given Drow Ranger pretty much a free lane in the top lane. She's very good at dealing with these solo offlane heroes for the most part. They can't really deal with the Frost or Harass. Oh,
That's right.
alright. Man gets glimpsed back to base, and now, I don't know. Drow's gonna hit free level 6.
Faces a stiff win.
They have actually quite a few annoying heroes to deal with. Fortifications pop in the bot lane. Nature's Prophet
Oh
and
my
company.
god. A double tornadoes down here.
Is under attack.
Oh, they stopped it though. Damn you! They want to hit. They want to use their beaks to eat this tower.
Yep, the big birds are coming in to give this thing the old right click, and now he took the catapult as well. I mean, how do they stop this with their current hero? Sven doesn't want to be anywhere near this lane at all. Bounty Hunter doesn't do anything to this push either. Lich also does absolutely nothing to this push.
I think Team Spirit's trying the same strat as last game. Go, make sure you get behind by like 5 or 6k. Give Navi a lot of confidence, and then just come back and beat them.
That's when that one kill is more valuable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Radiant
Iceberg
structures
able to
are
dodge that
fortified.
tornado, and like you said, they're just gonna push this bottom tier 2. The 2 siege units are still alive and well. Iceberg takes one out with that arrow. Yeah, these siege units are actually pretty redundant. How much damage do they actually do? 986, like 40 damage.
Yep, that's with the Frost Armor on.
Oh yeah, that's true. Very true. I forgot there was a
And that's
wyvern in the game.
also without the Precision Aura being activated from Droswell.
That's true. I forgot about that too. Level level 2 precision right now.
If this was an X-Sword Invoker, he could also Alacrity the Wagons.
Oh gracious. It's too much. It's too
Yep.
much. Then you need an ogre on your team. And then a Beastmaster.
Whenever I'm playing Magnus, I always contemplate, do I empower my ally or do I empower the Siege? I always pick the
Siege.
Siege, and it never disappoints me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Navi's just going to continue to push. This tier 1 tower at half HP. General comes into play. Ice armor is applied to the tower, but let's see how much it actually matters. Tornado, EMP. The EMP will connect on both, actually, surprisingly enough. Iceberg gets destroyed. Beautiful vision from Disruptor allows them to actually finish him off. And they'll find a straggling bounty hunter on top of that. So Navi continue to roll over this game at the current point in time. And doesn't look like they're going to stop.
Throw a line to Radiant's middle tower.
It's seeking.
General getting pinged out very heavily here.
I mean, how do they stop this push? They have Frost Armor, or sorry, Ice Armor.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, Seneko. That's one way to try to stop this is take out the support. EMP means Mag has absolutely no mana to speak of. But
Oh, nice
the
arrow.
arrow connects, and Dendi stayed a little bit too long. It takes all 5 heroes to transition over here, but they get it done. Crystallize, like you said, untouched in this top lane right now.
Alright, so everything is going according to plan here for Team Spirit. They're down, they've got a big gold deficit, and now they're trying.
They
Some
just
nice
started
kills
trying
here.
now. Oh, Mag. Or maybe they didn't start trying yet. After this kill, they'll start trying. One more right click takes him out. TP from Lich. Not going to be there in time. Level 5 right now on him, so no Chain Frost to work with. You're right. Sven, I mean, he has Brown Boots, Iron Talon, Poor Man's Shield.
This is the
He can't
most
fight.
Gimp Sven I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's,
know, we
he's
saw
hurting for a
the,
squirtin', that's for sure.
We saw the other Sven from the VP series against the Fury, and it was Sven AA with Spirit Breaker against the Furion, and they were able to just dominate him in the lane, and he free farmed. Speaking of Furion, might be going down here.
No, not
Oh,
quite,
no.
friend. Now,
Close.
Here's the thing. We forgot to mention the one comeback mechanic for Team Spirit, and that is the track gold, which we're not there yet. Bounty Hunter. Another minute, you can get that that Tome of Experience if you don't mind. Won't get him to level 6 though. It'll be a little short. But that's a lot of snowball potential. You just find 1 or 2 pickoffs and suddenly you're cutting that lead in half.
Alright, so how do Navi keep snowballing and stop feeding? Right? I mean, they don't want to die at all, pretty much at this stage, because it'll just give back so much space to Team Spirit, especially Bounty Hunter. He's level 4 right now. They don't want him to get to his level 6 and feed track kills. Alright, they're going to Roshan. Wow. This is a pretty good answer.
Very bold. Here's the Ogre Frost Mage coming to play, counteracting the potential use of Ice Armor by Lich. We're seeing a lot of Ice Armor versus Ice Armor action today. I'm really happy about that. I mean, who doesn't love the Ogre Frost Mage? Yes, the Ogre Frost Mage is great. Look at him.
I mean, he's probably got the best cast animation in the game, right?
I mean,
he almost falls over when he uses his armor.
Oh, top lane general might be caught out. He just TP'd here. Mag and company. Do they actually have vision for him? Oh, they eat through the trees. No, he's blocked in. Oh, he can't get the Infernal Blade off. That is truly unfortunate. But that means one less death for Navi right now.
You know, it's funny to see these teams, like, one team takes Aegis, and then immediately the other team still, like, they play up. You know, they don't sit back, wait for this Aegis to run out in 5 minutes. They look to make plays on the sidelines, hoping that the enemy will be a bit greedy using their Aegis, and they keep them honest. You know, they still make them play together. And they use that to their advantage. Like, they brought a bunch of heroes top, and Team Spirit, they have FNG in the bottom lane. He's going to be level 7 pretty soon. Sven's catching up mid lane as well. Like, they still try to make plays instead of just sit back and wait for the enemy to make a move with their Aegis. I like that a lot. I think it's very good.
I mean, we've seen a lot of games this just in this region alone where you get the Aegis and you immediately give it up. They go and fight and they just die immediately. Both teams are willing to fight a lot. Biver, you're dead. Negative earn charge applied as well. Seneko in the meantime in the mid lane attempting to get out of dodge. Puts up the kinetic field. FNG with the track and the Shuriken finishes him off. Enchantress, well, he's getting pretty low. I'm actually a little surprised they didn't try to pursue that a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely felt like Doom could have caught up to him with the Scorched Earth going.
Yeah. Did they think somebody might have TP'd and helped? I don't know. But Navi does take out the tier 2 top. So they were in vision. Not sure.
Yep, they do see Crystallize here on the Shrine. Bounty Hunter scouting him out.
Yeah, they can try for this. Crystallize. Tracked up now. Oh, the Stormbolt goes off just in time. Or Stormhammer, I should say. Drow range in the meantime. Taking some damage, but Dendy takes the brunt of it with that Aegis. Crystallize still tracked up. Kinetic Field's going to keep them at bay. Now the pressure is going to be applied to Dendy, who gets stunned immediately and tracked up at the last second and brought down easily. Will be a trade for the Bounty Hunter as Lich ult goes off. Does bounce surprisingly. Now onto creeps. Crystallize.
Oh boy. Oh no.
That sucks. That is very frustrating.
Complete disaster here. And these are the track kills. I told you, man. Team Spirit are back.
They are definitely back. Taking out Seneka on top of that, so they cut it to about a 5k lead. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet is pushing bot lane right now. So trying to get a little bit of space created, if nothing else.
Yep, he actually went for the Veil build on Nature's Prophet. Very uncommon, but you know, just gives your team a bit more damage.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Stats on it are good as well. Alright, so that was a 3k gold swing, by the way. Those track kills, Dendy also lost the Aegis, and now all of a sudden their big Roshan advantage is gone. They do have a gold lead, but I mean, these heroes are very strong at fighting. Sven tanks up quite nicely against these heroes. Doom is still always effective, pretty much no matter what. Mirana, tons of damage. Chain Frost came in huge there, bounced the neutrals, and ended up killing Crystallize there. You know, he got betrayed by the Frost Mage there. It was bouncing off his friend.
Yeah, that was that was a little unfortunate. The one thing to keep note of for Navi, they don't really have a hero that goes for like a diffusal blade or anything like that, which is typically a really good counter for the Warcry on Sven. So he's always going to have like massive armor.
I guess there's the tornado that can also purge that.
Oh yeah, I forgot
it's a
about
bit
that
less reliable,
interaction.
right?
And that's definitely true. As Dendy's going to be spotted out. Stormhammer applies static field. Oh, it's actually not going to be there in time. As the pressure is going to be continued applied to Invokers. Chain Frost goes off on multiple heroes. Roger taken out. Track kills galore. Crystallize drops next. Gracious me, oh my. Spirit. It literally was their strategy to fall behind and then come back. It's their...
Suns fan, look at the gold. They are back. They have no towers taken, and it's only a 2k gold deficit now.
And it's funny because they don't really have the same kind of lineup they did last game where, you know, you have all these like ganking type heroes where you're very elusive, or you have blink daggers or shadow blades. And right now, I mean, Sven is going to be working towards a blink dagger of his own, but it's not really a sneaky kind of initiator, right? You have Bounty Hunter, that is the vision, but I mean, that's kind of it. Shadowblade maybe eventually on Doom. Actually looks like he's going for a blink of his own. But Moonlight Shadow probably the biggest proponent for them to be able to get picks off.
That was a big play with the Moonlight Shadow there. You know, that fight was a Sven with treads, wand, and an iron talon. That's all he had in that fight, and they completely dumpstered them.
Well, Navi's not taking it back at all here. They're going to use their numbers to take out this tier 2 mid. They know Doom is down, and Moonlight Shadow as well.
Yep, they're definitely not slowing down because of these hiccups at all. They're just going over and over and over. I mean, Doom's on cooldown, God's Strength is on cooldown as well, so is the Moonlight Shadow. It's a good opening, at least, to get that tower. But I mean, this is looking pretty scary here for Navi. I mean, Sven, at this pace, he's eventually going to get to that blink. And I feel like whoever he goes on is just going to die, especially when Bounty Hunter can just provide the vision for him.
Yeah, that's obviously a kind of an underrated thing as a spectator. You don't really get to see the same type of vision that I mean, you can technically with the hotkeys or whatever, but it's not the same. Bounty Hunter giving vision is a huge, huge deal. Mag is actually down here in the bot trees, chilling for now.
He's coming in for the flank with the Moonlight Shadow, yep.
Oh, all right. Moonlight Shadow applied. FMG.
This could be so bad for Navi here.
Well, only time will tell, my friend. Doom, 3 seconds, his ultimate will be up. Oh, they spot the Bounty Hunter. Okay, Static Storm was used. That was like an instant cast. Didn't really do much, though. General, he's tracked up. Arrow will not connect, but there is the Chain Frost. I hear a Doom. This is on the Drow Ranger. I think he's actually going to be fine. Is tracked up, though. I say he's going to be fine. Mag actually does not give a shit. He really wants this kill.
Destroying him.
All right, he just right-clicks him down. Sneko actually helps him out with the glimpse. Back to safety. And now the track applied to Dendy. Arrow will not connect. Roger taking some magic damage. He's going to get tracked up now. Mag, extremely slow attack speed thanks to the untouchable FNG. He is spotted out for now. Here comes Sven with that major farm that you're talking about. Mask of Madness and literally no other items. But what else does he really need? It's a 1-for-1. Very surprising that not more deaths are coming about right now. As Sneko, I think this is like the third leap from Iceberg we've seen in this fight.
Yep.
Invoker. Oh, Dendy just dodges the arrow. Gets off the EMP. That creates a little bit of space. And I think with this, Team Spirit wants to get the hell out of dodge. Mag. Actually, the Sprout ends up blocking Navi more than Mag at that point.
All right, extremely messy fight. But you know what? Messy fights typically tend to favor a team with Bounty Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Get all these track kills off. Multiple shurikens. But yeah, I mean, as you said,
2-for-1.
That is true. That was Sven coming in hot with his Tread's Mask of Madness. He's dangerous.
I don't know why I found that so funny. It's just usually have a little bit more farm than that by now, but he doesn't really need it. His team is doing a good job bringing him back in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Doom does a deceptively large amount of damage, right? Running in there with the Scorched Earth and Infernal Blade.
What's this?
Well, Navi kind of the same strategy. They immediately group up to try to take advantage of these cooldowns as Mag glimpse back into an EMP Static Storm. You have to think he dies here, and that is definitely the case. And with that, Navi might feel like they have a little bit of space to actually go high ground. 25 seconds, pretty low cooldown.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time for them to actually hit high ground. I don't think they're going to do it.
I imagine up another minute and a half, too.
Yeah, they're just gonna push out the waves, try to farm as much as they can, and then I guess set up for Roche.
FNG being an absolute pest. One of the more annoying heroes to play against, for sure.
Yep, definitely.
But all you can do if you're Navi is farm up the Ancients, wait for that Roshan to try and go high ground. So,
I like how Rogers kept his siege creep alive forever. He just keeps enchanting it over and over.
He's a good boy. This Cardi, he's been very helpful to his team.
You know, this thing will actually solo kill towers if it's left alone with Alacrity and the
Yeah,
Drill
no doubt.
Precision Aura.
Plus, it looks like an ally. They might not know it's an enemy.
That's true. It's undercover.
All right, speaking of undercover, we have a smoke here from Team Spirit. Doesn't look like they actually want to do anything with it, which is a little bit surprising. Perhaps expecting Navi to get aggressive. We have a double scan here to no avail.
Have both teams concerned about this Roche movement.
FNG working towards a Crimson Guard, actually. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very nice against draw lineups, right? All the right-click damage gets negated.
That is definitely true. What is it like? What does it block? 50 damage? when
65, is that
activated?
right?
65. Pretty sick.
60.
All right, Moonlight Shadow. Uh-oh. Mirana stuck inside a Static Storm will probably die before this fight even begins, but here comes a Doom. He doesn't actually get off his ult yet. Good Chain Frost, though, bouncing left and right between Seneko, Dendi, and Crystallize.
Oh my
As
god.
Doom stuck inside the Sprout for now. Looks like they're going to find a Constellation kill in general. Not too bad considering how this fight started, but this is kind of a disastrous fight for Team Spirit overall. Sven taking tons of damage. There's the Hurricane Pike. He can't really do much. Getting kited to a high degree. And Navi cleaning up this fight. That is the price you pay for going uphill with no vision.
Yep, definitely.
Rough fight.
They walked straight up into that one, and then they still tried to take the fight after Mirana died. And then Dendi, fast reactions, he tornadoed the Doom before he got his Doom animation off. So, very nice.
Well, that's probably a blessing in disguise that he didn't get Doom off. I don't think it would have made any difference. And at least has it to work with now.
That is very true. Look at this Cardi, he's going to work.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. Oh, the arrow! The Cardi dodges the arrow. That's going to go on top plays this week, I'm pretty sure, as the Shuriken bounces to 3 targets. Navi's going to be happy with that tier 3 tower being taken out. Can go for shrines anytime now. And just like that, Navi back in the lead. Is there like a window for Navi in this game, or do you think they're kind of fine? Doesn't matter.
I actually think with like, well, there's Force Staffs are really good at dealing with Sven. You know, when he jumps on you, you can force away or you can force teammates away. Invoker, as the game goes on, very good against Sven. Basically, once his BKB that he is nowhere near close to starts going down to like 5 seconds, that's when he becomes really vulnerable in these fights, right? I mean, it's weird because the Sven's so much farther behind like than a normal Sven would be, so he has tons of room to grow right now. But they're not really on a timer. Like Furion is definitely good in the late stages of the game. So is Invoker. So is Dro to some degree.
Yeah, I feel like
I guess
their lineup's actually better late game overall.
Yeah, I think their lineup is totally fine late game. And it's always going to come down to whoever has the map control, whoever can control this Roche.
I think
Seneco's he's just sitting there hitting Roche. His teammate's not coming. He's getting mad.
Well, Untouchable is quite good. Not good enough to solo it, I don't think. But yeah, this is kind of a back and forth game overall. I think the one thing that Spirit has that Navi cannot match up to is the team fight. They have way better team fight. The Lich ult has just been shredding them to pieces. And obviously Doom, probably the most powerful single target spell in the entire game. If they can use those to their advantage, they can still win this game too.
Very true. And I mean, enemy team has taken Roche, and that's Team Spirit's key to go take a team fight right now. They're gonna have to get in there. They're sitting here waiting for a hero to show.
No,
Look at this.
They're going to get somebody. Seneko looks to be the first choice here. Tornado coming in. Hits one hero. They're going to get the Seneko kill pretty easily. Sven, he is taking a ridiculous amount of damage. A nice Chain Frost. Here comes Mag with the Doom and whatnot. Still has it available to use. We'll probably wait for the Aegis as the Stormhammer finishes off the Enchantress. It's a 2-for-0 right now. Dendi, he's invisible, gets tracked up. They don't even need Doom's ultimate for this. Dendy's pretty fast, though. Can they actually catch up is the question. Oh, boy.
He's looking like a race car right now.
Yeah, he is. He is quite. 477 versus 379. I think he's gone. Meanwhile, Doom was applied, this time to Drow
actually,
Ranger.
I think he's going to get Dendy. He's going to leap in 2 seconds right now.
Oh! All right, he's going to get a couple right clicks off, but there's the tornado. And with that, should end the pursuit. Oh, we're not done yet, though. Cold Snap brings him back to reality. Iceberg, you will pay for your insolence, good sir.
Yeah.
But Drow Ranger did die, at the very least, for Team Spirit.
I mean, which has happened. Navi took second Roche, they had Aegis and Cheese, and they lost the fight.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's such strange. Dota is a strange game now, I feel like.
It is. I mean, you can overcome these large deficits just by getting the proper jump on these fights. They bursted the Disruptor pretty much instantly. The Chain Frost was amazing.
Do you think Sven going for Echo Saber is the play here, instead of just going BKB first?
I feel like he definitely needs the BKB before the Echo, but I don't know. He's not really dying anymore in these fights.
Well, you say that. There was one fight he didn't die.
Yeah,
He's not dying anymore based on one fight. As a
I'm not wrong.
That's true. Dendy gets initiated on. Arrow will connect. He dies immediately. Gus trying to keep heroes at bay, but this is where Team Spirit thrives, as they can chase down Crystallize with absolute no issue at all, with a track kill on top of that.
These guys are all
Kinetic
tracked.
field does zone them out quite nicely, so they're only going to get 2, but it is an important 2 heroes that they find.
Oh, they're not done.
Okay, they're not done yet. We'll see if this ends up resulting in the same kind of thing we just saw with the Invoker chase. No. Nothing will actually occur, so they're going to use this to perhaps push down this tier 2, or at least damage it. Look at the cooldowns are still so low for the Death Timers.
Yeah.
Feels like
Very
a much
low
later
levels
game.
in this game so far. I mean, the game is only 25 minutes in, and we've taken 2 Roshans so far. But, I don't know. This game is ridiculous. I mean, anyone that Team Spirit jump, there's pretty much no save on the side of Navi outside of that Hurricane Pike from the Drow Ranger. So they have a really hard time taking these fights right now, especially because this Doom is going to ruin Invoker's game until he gets that Lincoln Sphere, which he's extremely far away from.
Wait, who's going for Lincolns?
Invoker.
Invoker? Yeah, so he just finished Ags, though, so
Yep.
that'll be nice for him, for sure. But yeah, you're right. The Lincolns is going to make a huge difference for him. Ever since they changed, got rid of level death, Doom really has trouble breaking Lincolns big time.
Yep. He struggles against Lincoln's big time.
Uh-oh. Top lane, Nature's Prophet gets initiated on. Oh, where's that Quelling Blade? He's going to get his Nature's, or his Treants cleaned up as well in the meantime. And with that, the tier 1 tower looks to be falling.
Dire's top tower is about to take the top tower.
But yeah, this Echo Saber is a very cocky item build. I mean, I know it's normal to get, but like in this game when you're behind, it's pretty cocky to get that before BKB. But to his credit, it's worked out very nicely since he's done that.
Yep, it definitely has worked out. It's given him that extra damage in these fights. They've been playing it well, getting the jump every time. You know, there was an 8k gold lead for Navi about 2.5 minutes ago. Now the game is evened up, and that's after Navi have taken Roshan twice this game. But I know what you mean. Once he gets BKB, it feels like there's nothing that can really interrupt him at all in these fights, and it'd be good to secure that. But at the way the game is going right now, he's totally fine. He's going to get to it no problem.
Moonlight Shadow used, but to no real effect here. Not able to find anybody on the Navi squad. They might be grouping up for a smoke of their own, actually.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
No, there's a scan, though. That was a Dire scan. They scanned on top of themselves just to see if
That's
Bounty
right.
Hunter was there, I suppose.
Yep, looking for a free pick on the Bounty Hunter if possible. But now FNG's going to scout them out.
Yeah, now they know. Now they know where the Bounty Hunter is. And here comes Sven with that God Strength. Arrow will not connect, but a lot of damage being done. No mana to speak of on the Sven right now. Seneko gets off his spells before dropping to the deck. Looks like it'll be a trade of sorts, a support for a carry. Definitely in favor of Navi, but the Dendy is doomed up. It's about to end here as Mag struggling to get away. Looks like he's going to finally die to the right clicks, and FNG will be next. So a 3-for-1 for Navi. And that's with the team fight going... I thought it was going decently. They did get their abilities off this time, but Lich able to TP out in the midst of danger.
Yep, that was the, I mean, we just witnessed Sven with no BKB, right? He got tornadoed, blasted, or deafening blast, and then cold snapped in that fight. And then, of course, there was a force staff to delay the kill on the Disruptor. It looked pretty tough for him to maneuver in that fight, but of course, that wasn't the most optimal jump as well. He kind of blinked into the enemy team, and, you know, his team can't follow up as fast as he would like.
Same as you,
So,
Tidehunter.
perhaps just not the greatest initiation for them.
Radiant's middle
He can
tower
definitely still play these fights without the BKB, it's just a bit tougher.
Now we're seeing the ice armor defense on the melee and range racks. Tornado EMP. They're trying to take advantage of these cooldowns yet again. Navi definitely know what they're doing here. This melee rack looks to be dying if they just apply a little bit more pressure to it, and there you go. Melee down. Crystallize very, very optimistic TP here. Ends up dropping as a result. That was a little curious, but perhaps it's to create space for the rest of his team to get out.
Yep, he was dead, and he tried to do whatever he could to survive in that team fight, but Navi got a Rax. But look at the gold lead, it's still less than 1,000 after taking a Rax. That's ridiculous.
It is
And I mean,
ridiculous.
Sven's only like 800 gold away from his BKB, and once he gets that, I imagine he's going to be unstoppable in these fights.
The Lotus Orb Mag has picked up. What is that take off that I'm missing? Cold Snap, I guess. Oh, Orchid, I guess is the big one.
Yep, Cold Snap, both silences. And I guess Enchant if that ever comes into play.
And it can reflect. It can reflect a decent amount. Invoker's Cold Snap would be a disgusting one actually to reflect.
Yep, especially with no BKB on that Invoker yet. You know, he's a team player. Look at his items. He's got Blink, Drums, Lotus Orb, and a Frost Armor creep.
My sprites are with us.
And Ice Armor from. I actually don't know why they don't change the name to Frost Armor and change the icon. Very lazy, Valve. Because then you
know.
confuse
Maybe
pro
it's,
players on whether it stacks or not. Heh.
That got me good there.
Thanks, bro. Oh, so Crystallite, I didn't even realize, but he did go Diffusal Blade, actually, so
Yep,
we have a lot of
very
tools
nice.
to deal with Sven. Especially with the no BKB that we keep mentioning. Oh, there it is. 10-second BKB.
There's the
right there.
BKB. Well, Scan hits on the Disruptor. They know they're in the area.
Oh,
But,
Arrow will scout out Roche. Oh, Kartus is dead.
Yep, goodbye. So Navi are close to. They're closing in on double Lincolns. One on the Drill Ranger, one on the Invoker. Once they get that, I mean, Team Spirit's initiation becomes much, much worse. You can't just blink in and Doom, blink in and Stormhammer. It gets a lot harder for them.
And here we hear the God Strength being activated. FNG already at half HP. They're going to take out the Enchantress, but meanwhile, I love to win. Chasing down General, able to actually get him to his death timer of 50 seconds. Doom applied to Drow Range. He'll be okay, but he's going to be out of the fight for a little bit. Static Storm on top of a kinetic field and EMP draining everybody's mana, other than Mag, who's in somewhat vicinity there. Glimpse reflected into
Reflected
a Chain
the
Frost.
glimpse.
Iceberg jumps in, attempting to take out Dendi. You remember, you can't go invis with that track. Not enough damage to actually finish the kill, though. Seneko looks to be next on the list. This is a 3-for-0. And Crystallize looks to be next on the list. And what is happening, Spirit? They're diving the tier 3s. They don't even have the tier 2 yet.
Claim victory.
These guys playing Dota? These guys are insane.
This is CIS
They don't care about
Dota,
the towers
man.
at all.
Faces a
Jesus.
stiff win.
Alright, so Furion had a Hex in that fight, but he just got jumped on by the BKB Sven and was unable to use it at all.
Dire's middle tower.
Quite unfortunate.
Our thanks.
Dire's
The hilarious thing is, Iceberg used 4 diffusal charges that fight.
Is under attack.
Oh, Tornado, EMP, Mag out of mana.
just got knocked
Ice Wall not really used the full effect here. And we're going to have some pressuring onto Dendi. He better be careful. He's tracked up. A couple more right clicks will take him out. Indeed, they get it done. Roger, next on the list. This is a huge deal as Navi feed away 2 kills. Can Team Spirit take advantage of this?
They definitely can. These are some long death timers now, and they're right in front of their base. Seneko even ulting to try to clear the creep wave here.
That's desperate right there.
Yep,
But-
and then General's cutting the back wave as well.
Oh, that was close.
So close.
But regardless, even if they don't get a tower or racks out of that, They have to feel like they're leading this game despite being a racks down. And if you look at the net worth, obviously,
Well,
9K.
they basically just spat in their base. They dove the tier 3 when the tier 2 was still up, and they killed them.
If that's not indication enough, I don't know what
My
is.
eyes
Yep. Now they'll be able to claim this Roche pretty much for free. Navi, you're still dead.
By the way,
And this is when, yeah, go for it.
sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this game gets really hard once they take this Roshan for Navi.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take
Now, who do you give this to? Is Sven going to pick this up and disappoint me, or is Iceberg? All right, looks like Iceberg.
Iceberg.
Good choice. Good choice. Sven could take the cheese if you really want, but there's cheese. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Marana, Iceberg, he used 2 more defusal charges in that little mini engagement. He is using these very liberally.
Arms for the dead.
Yep, definitely, but you know, they're winning fights.
A gift from the
Yeah, it looks like he's
tempest of
locking it
battle.
up and going to be sending out the recipe for level 2 here shortly. But that's the thing. Team Spirit feels like they have a window, right?
What do you mean? Do you mean like they're on a
win.
timer to end this game?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like they are. I feel like both teams aren't really on like a timer. It's just more about whichever team is able to control the map better. And I guess naturally with Team Spirit's lineup, it's easier for them because they have these heroes that just blink in and stun or blink in and catch these split pushers on the side lanes. But you know, there are more threats on the map that way. But I guess Navi now they have the Hex, so they can potentially make some plays on the side lanes. If there's no threat of Bounty Hunter, of course, but now he has a gem, so I don't know. I guess in that sense, Team Spirit are actually better at playing this sort of the game.
They've definitely been more effective this series at being like the scrappier lineup. Like when fights are not cut and dry, kind of in and out fighting and poking and prodding. They've definitely gotten the better out of Navi in those scenarios for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely the ideal Bounty Hunter kind of team fight, right?
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, he has the finished Greaves on top of the Crimson Guard that we mentioned that he was building earlier. He is super farmed right now. 20% XP gain as well, so level 18, matching that of Drow's, just to give you an idea. Drow, of course, has an idea that somebody might be close by. And probably can assume safely that it was FNG. They should have seen
The
the
seeds of fortune.
invis there, but regardless, doesn't look like anything's going to come of that.
Yep, looks like
Denby
they're-
bought back. I guess he has no gold now because of that.
Yeah, but at least he has his Lincolns finished now, so it's a bit easier for him to split push on the sides of the map.
I mean, he's had that for a while. I feel like he's pretty far behind in farm now because he had that like
Yeah.
6 minutes ago at least. I want to say. I think at least. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
Seneko.
there are no real items coming out here for Navi.
Gracious me, oh my. Another track kill goes the way of Team Spirit and a free D-ward to add insult to injury. 11k in their favor.
Yep.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Remember when
You know-
Sven had brown boots and iron talon?
And they were still winning fights.
Dyer's
I do
top
remember
tower
that.
is about to take the plunge.
Pretty ridiculous.
Dyer's top tower is gone. Scanning for
But this is one thing they do have to worry about. The longer this game goes, the better the split push is going to become from Navi. As here we have initiation onto Marana. Absolutely no mana. Pops the BKB. Better be careful, though. The right clicks are there. Of course, he does have Aegis. Don't really want to waste it this early, though, if you don't have to. And
Yeah,
they're going to
definitely
back
not.
off.
This was a backup and reset moment here.
That was the 8-second BKB. And he can actually... He used the last defusal charge, so he can combine that anytime he wants. What is... Tell me the Bounty Hunter late game build, dude. Like, I'm really interested in this. You still go, like, major utility, you go, like, Force Staff or something, or can he actually end up going damage?
I feel like he's not gonna get damage. I think he'll get like some big utility item, like a Hex or something.
Dyer's
Oh,
bottom
Hex,
tower
okay, yeah.
won't last long.
Oh, arrow actually hits Dendy. They're going to go for Seneko first. They're actually splitting their time. They get rid of the Lincolns. They're not going to get either of them, actually. Wow.
Okay.
That's a little bit surprising.
Couldn't withstand
Sven
Don't
does
worry,
take out
they
the
got
tier one
bottom
that was
tower.
somehow... I don't know how that tower is still up, though. How's that
Dyer's
possible?
bottom tower is
Yeah, it
under
feels like these
attack.
towers should have been dead a long time ago. They're just free gold at this point. Sven's also building towards that big bad Battle Fury so he can get out of the Sprout.
Oh, what a good boy.
And
Yes.
ditch that Iron Talon. Yep.
illusion.
If only you could take apart Iron Talon. as if that needs a buff. Well, Dendy and company taking out some creeps while the majority of Team Spirit are amalgamated towards the top lane. And they know that there's an observer. I think they know there's an observer there. They just... Oh, arrow actually does connect onto Enchantress. Here comes the jump in. A beautiful tornado, though, on a couple heroes.
My sprites
Lotus
are
Orb.
with us.
Not doing a whole lot. Reflects something. Not sure what that was. But either way, that is a dead Enchantress for 50 seconds. Team Spirit.
Structures are
Aegis is gone, though. Iceberg getting the mana refilled. EMP. Not sure how much left on that bad boy. Sven pops the BKB. Takes out
Dire's top
the tower.
has
Eats
fallen.
through the Sprout thanks to that newly picked up Battle Fury. And with that, don't think they want to fight when the BKBs are down.
Yep, looks like they're going to take that win, take out shrines, and just play the game slow. I mean, at the pace of the game, at the pace this game is going, there's no real need for Team Spirit to take any risks. Like, the Furion split push is pretty much dealt with thanks to Bounty Hunter just sitting off map, running around. It's really difficult for Furion to be able to play the way he wants against heroes like Bounty Hunter, who just scout from invis. Sven has Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger as well, so we can always catch him too.
I mean, that's
Pretty
been
tough.
I feel like Bounty Hunter FNG has been the MVP of this game for sure. The track gold has made all the difference. The EMP is actually mistimed with the tornado combination, but they might find the Bounty Hunter anyways. Very tanky thanks to the Crimson Guard. Viver looks to be next on the list, and Navi do get a couple kills. Any kills at this point are good. One buyback available on the Lich, though, not on Bounty Hunter. Iceberg attempting to TP out will do so successfully.
Yep, and that's a gem that they just picked up now in Navi that they got from FNG's Bounty Hunter.
How long has he had that gem? I wish it would say, actually. That would be
Oh,
cool.
he's had it for a long time.
So they can probably buy a new one, right?
Yep.
I'm guessing we can't check this either, right? Probably not.
Probably not.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
We see a scan come out. Not to any real effect, though. Dendy is spotted out. Nice Lincoln's popper. Dendy, oh, God. Just right-clicked
And they're not done.
into Oblivion. General attempting a TP out. Gets the Hex off. General, the last right-click just barely hits him in time. And that's 2 cores dead for Navi. Invoker, Dendy does have buyback, but remember, he's been really struggling to finish items after that Lincoln Sphere. Did get the Force Staff afterwards.
Yeah, you know, typically Invokers get the double Forge Spirit count of 15, so they can use that to safely push out these waves, but Dendy opted to go for the experience this game, and I feel like it's hurting him a lot in this mid-game, not being able to get these lanes out very quickly at all.
Yeah, we haven't really seen very successful split pushing from Navi, because they have the Invoker, like you're talking about, even with the 1 Forge Spirit, at least it's something. And obviously Nature's Prophet with that Drow Aura on top of all that. But they've been kind of 5-manning a lot more than I was expecting.
Dire's bottom tower is
And
about to
trying to
fall
team fight
further.
into Team Spirit has been not successful for the most part.
Yep, team fighting is difficult, but also split pushing is probably equally as difficult with this Bounty Hunter just sitting on side lanes, waiting to set up kills. I mean, Mirana and Sven both have Boots of Travel at this stage of the game too, so... I mean, split pushing outside of Treants and the Forge Spirits are pretty... It's pretty tough right now.
That's true. I mean, it does feel like the Bounty Hunter is kind of a trump pick, right? It just feels like that really countered Navi to a high degree. Obviously, Navi got off to an amazing start, but then once those track kills started,
Yeah,
Even though it
General's
took-
in quite some trouble here.
Wicked sick.
God dang it.
Your phase
You know
ends.
what happened is he TP'd on the
Thanks you.
bounty rune, just
Really?
to like farm away because he didn't think that FNG would just be sitting there farming the jungle. Because why would Bounty Hunter be there as his team's running down mid lane, right?
Yeah.
He was there and he hexed him, and then of course he has the Greaves to remove the or sorry, not hexed. He orchided him, and he Greaves to remove the orchid, stunned him, and then Mirana just TP'd in.
That's rough stuff. But
Indeed.
I feel like risks like, I mean, that's not a great risk because you're only getting a bounty rune, but risks in general when you're behind are typically the way to go to try to get back into the game, especially when it's 21k lead right now.
Yep, he just doesn't want to sit in his base. That's all. He wants to be able to get out and get some of these lanes out.
Yeah,
But
Mirana.
unlucky there.
I mean, looking at the diffusal charges, 6 left on Drow Ranger still. He's had this for a long time, just to show the difference of how active the Mirana has been versus the Drow Ranger. Looks like the stun on top of Enchantress was successful. Shuriken onto 2. Look at how much space is being created by this Bounty Hunter alone. And this is going to be a free Rex for top.
Breaking against Dire's top tower.
And Team Spirit, they're just going to continue on. She's still on Mirana. And he went for the multi-shot Sacred Arrow, by the way. Oh, glimpsed back. Looks like Bounty Hunter is going to be stuck inside Kinetic Field. Nice initiation from Doom. Gets the Shivas off. Drow Ranger is so dead. My lord. Iceberg in the meantime, right-clicking his heart's content. Roger is donezo as well. And Navi is just crumbling in the midst of this base initiation from Team Spirit. They do not give a shit. They are just rolling on top of Navi, Dendi. The only
God,
3
these
alive
arrows.
right now with buybacks in the air. I mean, that's the triple arrow, man. You can't dodge all 3, know what I mean? GG's
right.
come out. Navi is out of Dota Pit. Wow.
Yeah, Team Spirit. They turned it up this game, or this series. They look pretty good.
Yeah, I have to say,
You know,
the
they
very
just gotta lose
entertaining
a bit, right?
playstyle, too.
They just gotta lose a bit, then they'll start trying harder. And then they know that's when these kills actually matter, guys. That's when we get tons of gold from these kills.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that is the end of today, actually. So another 2-0 clean sweep for today. Tomorrow will be